So today we're going to install a new kitchen sink. We've already removed the old one, and the first part will be having the countertop cut for the larger sink by the carpenter. And then we'll be pre-building the sink with as many components as we can, because it's cast iron, it's very heavy, and we'd like to have as much of it done when we drop it in the hole. And after that, we'll be hooking up the water supply and the waste, and then properly caulking the outside edge. The very first step will be to have the carpenter come in and enlarge the hole, because our new sink is larger than the old one. To do that, he'll use a template that's supplied with the sink, and it gives you the interior of the sink as well as the outside rim. So we're going to pre-build the sink with as many of the components as we can. It's cast iron, so it's very heavy, and we'd like to have it as assembled as possible when we put it in the hole. We'll start with the strainer, and this is a basket strainer, a stainless steel basket strainer. And on the bottom edge of this, we're going to roll a bead of putty, which is plumber's putty, and that helps take up the gap between the porcelain and the stainless steel. So the strainer goes in from the top, and we're going to tighten the cup underneath the sink. To take a blob of putty like this and make it into a bead, you simply roll it in between your hands, kind of like a baker, and it ends up like a snake. Now we're going to mount the faucet after putting a bead of caulk, just like on the strainer, around the edge, so that we can keep any bacteria or water from hiding underneath the faucet. So what we're doing is adding some putty to the bottom of the sprayer attachment so that we can keep the bacteria and the water out from under it too, just like we did the kitchen sink. We're going to uncoil the sprayer and then put it through the hole of the mount and hook it into the faucet. It's not necessary to put any kind of sealant on this because it does have a rubber O-ring on the inside. We'll tighten that with a pair of pliers. So the last thing we'll be doing is we're going to attach our supplies to the bottom of the faucet. We're putting the supply nut over the supply tube, and we're going to fasten this to the bottom of the faucet. This is a PEX supply tube, and the faucet nut creates enough of a force to make it not necessary to have any kind of a dope or Teflon tape in between the two materials. Okay, at this point we're ready to drop the sink into place.